So Psalm 27, this is one of those Psalms where every single verse could be a significant and life-changing devotion in and of itself. It's really kind of intimidating, a psalm that has so many famous verses in it, to just bring it down to something small. So I'm just going to go right to the end of the verse. I want to read it to you and then just give you a nugget. I would have fainted unless I remained confident of this one thing. I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait for the Lord. Be strong and take heart and wait for the Lord. So we've come to know David in 26 chapters as someone who, just like you and I, had a lot of challenges in life, disappointments, things that went left instead of right, spiritual challenges, family challenges, relational challenges, you name it. He's made out of the same cloth that we were made out of. And he comes to this conclusion. And he starts out by saying, I would have fainted. And I thought about fainting. I went through a period of time where I fainted quite a bit. And basically what I understood it as is something was happening inside of my body that my physical body just could not take in and could not process quick enough. It was happening so fast. There were electrical things. It was just very complex. But anyway, I would faint. My body would just like wave the white flag and say, I cannot take what is happening anymore. I give up for a moment. So David is saying, I would have fainted. And I don't think he was talking about physically fainting. I think he was talking about his soul. And our soul can faint too, like our body. When our mind and our emotions take in information, activity, news, whatever it is that just feels so overwhelming, we get so desperately sad or fearful or anxious, depressed, whatever it is, that our mind and our emotions become so overwhelmed, our soul faints. It just gives up. Says, that's it. Dunzo. Talking to you if your soul is fainted. I'm talking to you if your soul feels woozy, on the verge of fainting. And I'm saying to you the words that David said. Remain confident of one thing. You don't have to know all the answers. You don't have to know when it will happen, how it will happen, who will be involved in it happening. You need to know one thing. You will, underline, you will see the goodness of the Lord. Triple underline, goodness of the Lord in, now, flashing lights everywhere. I want you to get this part. You will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. You know, your soul is kind of fainted when somebody says that good old line to you, well, it'll all make sense in heaven, and you want to punch them in the face. It will all make sense in heaven. But come on, Jesus is Lord on this earth, and it needs to make sense on this earth at a certain point. And I'm telling you, you will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait, be strong, and take heart. Wait for the Lord, my friend.